Okay guys, my battery died on me, but so far I've been cleaning, and you can see that yellow stuff on the Q-tip right in here, that real yellow stuff, that was off of the posts. So that's why we clean, because this originally from the factory had oil on it. So these are the areas that need to be oiled. So I've cleaned my posts, and I'm just going to clean them again. I'm going to put a little bit more cleaner on the post again because my battery died, and I want to show you what areas. Now I've already cleaned my two sensors, so I'm just cleaning the post again. And another area, see, there's dirt coming off of there. There's a lot of dirt coming off of there. So next thing we need to do is we'll take the cut washer off. So we'll take the cut washer, and we'll take the gear assembly. Now I'm going to check it for any kind of cracks or anything, just because the plastic is very old and the plastic gets brittle. Go ahead and take it apart. Take that piece off and take your Q-tip and clean, because this is for going back and forth. This is what drives the tape through the machine. So take your cleaner and just do a really good clean. As you can see, there's a lot of dirt and a lot of debris, and that all came off of this post here. So I'm gonna get the other side wet. So basically, just trying to do a very good thorough cleaning, because the oil and stuff dries out, and so when the lubrication dries up, it's almost as bad as having no lubrication. So, and so we'll clean that. And it's clean. So this goes on to the shaft. This is just a little washer that goes on the shaft here. There we go. And then this one goes back on, and we'll just see how freely that now spins. Spins nice and easy and free. And we got all the dirt off of there. We're still getting quite a bit of dirt off those Q-tips. So now we can put we'll take this gear and we'll put this gear aside. Okay, and we'll get this new one wet. What we'll do here is we're going to pull I'm going to pull the motor off of here. Okay, so here is the magnet. This is part of the motor. So I'm going to take some contact cleaner. I'm just going to clean this magnetic. I'm going to clean the magnetic on the magnet part. And we've got a Q-tip here. And I'm going to clean the post on it as well. And this is now nice and dry. So we can put this aside for now. So we've got, this is nice and clean. Another thing that we're going to do is I'm going to clean the coils. We're just going to clean the coils here. Get a nice amount of cleaner, and we'll just kind of, I'm just going to use the cotton swab to kind of dry it. We'll just use the rag here, the cleaning rag, and that'll kind of dry it up and get it nice and clean. And we're going to clean in here, clean around here. So the it's now nice and clean and ready to go back together, but we still need to get some oil. So we're going to put a drop of oil on each one of these posts for the take-up and supply reels, and that should be it. And we're going to put a little bit of drop of oil on the post here. Oops, I gotta re-clean that. I just contaminated it. That magnet stuck to the metal there, so we gotta re-clean this. But we're gonna, okay, so we'll just set this right here for now. I'm gonna take this back off because you want to put just a drop of oil onto this. I'm just going to put just a little tiny drop right there, and that will allow it to spin nice and free, and we will be ready to put this thing back together. Now, to the caps that will change when I get my I do have some more capacitors that are coming in. These are 16 volt at 47 microfarad, and I currently ran out. So yeah, these are, I just want to verify what the size is. Let's see, this is 16. Yep, they're 16 volts at 47 microfarad. And so we will change those capacitors once they come in. So we're going to have to make the capacitor, we'll change those in another video. But for now, we're basically servicing this machine. We're doing a full service on this machine, and that is definitely going to allow this thing to work continuously. Now, another thing that we're going to do is we're going to adjust the belt, the loading belt, that tooth belt. We're going to adjust it because it's loading the tape around the head a little bit too fast. So we need to slow it down by putting a little bit of tension on the belt, because it should load easy, but it shouldn't load so fast because parts can wear. So it's not supposed to load as fast as it is, because I was mentioning that in the last video that it was loading it way too fast. So we just need to do a little bit of adjustment on that. So I'm going to go get the oil, and we're going to put a little bit of oil and we'll put it all back together, and then we'll adjust the belt, and you guys can see how beautiful this machine really is. This is a very nice machine. It's built well. I don't particularly like the 711B chassis. I think the 711B3 was a much better chassis. So this is the oil that we're going to use. And the first thing I'm going to do is put a little drop of oil on the post on this part. And I think my capacitors are coming in tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, they'll be coming in the next day. So I'm going to try to upload this video tonight. If I don't get it tonight, I'll upload it tomorrow. Okay, now let's put the... So this has a magnets on it as well. I'm just going to re-clean this. Alright, let's put this back on, and this thing will spin nice and freely. So that is nice and free. It's spinning really good and really nice. So that part is ready to go back on. We're going to go ahead and put the motor back on. Okay. And let's put the idler assembly back on. Okay. Now we're gonna put the reels back into place. Oh wait, we've got to oil it first. Hold on, we gotta oil that first. So the good news is, once this is oiled, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, because this is basically you're servicing the machine when you're doing this. Because you gotta make sure that you have a really good, you know, cleaning and re-lubricating things is part of a service. So just put a little drop. There we go. There we go. Put a little drop there. Okay. There we go. Sometimes the oil doesn't want to come out. So that's why it was taking so long. So now let's get this thing back together. So we're going to put this assembly here. And we've got to move the things here. There we go. So we gotta put the belt tensioner back on. Okay, so that's back on, that's in place. Now we're gonna do the other side. And this reel table assembly will be put back together, and that'll be completely serviced. So this thing is now going to start moving pretty easily and pretty smoothly, and as you can see, it's turning them very nice. So the one thing I do want to do before we forget about it, put a little contact cleaner on these little switches. You don't need a lot, you just need a little bit of contact cleaner on them. And then one of them is for the insertion. One detects the insertion of the tape. The other one detects if the tape is able to be recorded on. So the other is the record tab. Now if the hole goes, the switch goes all the way into the hole, it will not allow you to record. So the switch is down when the record tab is still in the tape, and that switch will be in the down position and you'll be able to record. So I'm just basically just kind of moving the switches over and back and forth just to make sure that that cleaner has got in there and done a good job. We're also going to re-clean. I'm just going to shoot a little bit more cleaner on the solenoid switch, and we're just going to shoot just a little bit in there, and we're going to just move the solenoids back and forth, get the cleaner in there, and we will check for the fitment of the thing. So, yep, so this is beautiful. This is now working beautifully, and this reel table is now ready to be put back into the machine. And like I said, once we get the capacitors that are coming in, when we get those, we'll change out these caps, because these capacitors at a later date they may go bad. We're trying to prevent the machine from having a problem later on down the road. So that is basically what we are doing. We preventive maintenance. Now here is a it's a little plastic cover that we need to take off for the, before we put the reel table motor assembly back together. We need to get the shielding off of the capstan, and we're going to pull that capstan out. We're going to clean the post, and then we'll reinsert it. So we just need to make sure that we do so. So this cover now should come off, and should be able to get that off. So alright, so basically we're just going to pull the thing straight out, take the caps and pull it straight out, get some contact cleaner. We're going to clean this, and we're going to clean the post here. So I'm just going to get a rag, use contact cleaner, We'll clean the motor, and we'll clean the post as well. Because this contact cleaner will clean the motor, it will clean the post, the actual capstan itself. And because, you know, there's a lot of dirt that can... Oh yeah, there was some dirt on that one. A lot of dirt can be put on this thing because the tapes shed oxide. That's why heads get dirty, because the shedding of the oxide of the tape. So we got that nice and clean. Now that's nice and clean. Let's put that back in. We'll put the shielding back on, but we'll give that a good spin. And this particular capstan is used in the HFT7. So the 750 and the 950. The 750 is the American model, the 950 is the PAL UK model. But they use the same capstan. The same capstan. Now this capstan will work in other machines, but it's not the correct one. The correct one is this one for this machine and for the 750. This particular capstan, it's set up a little bit different. You just have to take my word for it. Okay? Alright, so let's get this shielding back into place. I'm not sure why they put the shielding there, but they must have had a reasoning for putting it there. So let's just put our we gotta put our little thing together, because this is going to get this machine up and working. Okay, we've got that in there properly. Now we're going to go ahead and set the motor assembly in place. Just make sure that the wires are not in the way. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the... I'm glad I seen that, but yeah, I forgot to put the cut washer back on. Forgot to put the cut washer on. That could have been a disaster. Alright, let's put the cut washer on. Might help if I put it on the right way. Okay. There we go, there we go. Nice little cut washer, nice and sealed. Now in there, good. And now we'll pop this baby into place here. Sometimes it takes just a little bit of wiggling in order to get it into the proper place. There we go. This one's actually easier to put on than the other ones. So, and then this wire just simply clips in there, back into the clip like that, and we'll put the screws back on, and then we'll do an adjustment on that belt. So we've got this back in. Let's get the screws on here. Gonna get the screws into place. Okay, let's get this one in. I mean, this is one of the nicer machines, you know, because this thing will play back the Beta 1 high band. So it's very crucial that we get this thing in here. Yeah, we just need to get this all in. Because next thing we're gonna do, we'll put the plate back on here too. One thing I'm gonna show you guys just before we put the bottom on, because I want to show you guys what how you put this bottom plate into place here. So this little piece right here, make sure that it slides into that pin, into that shaft. It slides over this plastic post. So, right in there. So, alright, now we'll go ahead now and we'll get the bottom piece back on, and we'll start working on the top side. And we pretty much already serviced the top side because we did all that cleaning of the everywhere that the tape touches. The only thing we gotta do is maybe clean the pinch roller, which we'll do that too. And I'm gonna put these wires up under here, tuck them out of the way, so that they don't get into so that I don't accidentally screw. I don't want a screw to touch the wire, so I'm just tucking the wires back down into place where they belong, and then now we're going to put the shielding on, and this one does have 3 screws. Alright, now I do believe that this has to go underneath there. So. Nope, there we go. Okay guys, got that into place. We'll get the screws in. The screws, and we'll screw them back in, and this thing is going to be ready to go. So let's get the screws in. Yeah, pull my old screwdriver out. And, you know, like I said, this machine is designed so that you don't have to take the screws completely out. But I wasn't able to get the thing to slide, so I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and pull the screws out, because, you know, it just makes my life a little easier. So basically, this is just something that I love to do. You know, it's how right now, because of COVID, this is how I'm paying my bills. Buying and repairing and selling. I literally cannot eat unless I have these machines sold. So repairing these things is very crucial, but it's also fun. Never thought I would be able to turn a hobby into a living. Not very many people get to do that. I just happen to be lucky enough to where I can do that. And I am going to get my tripod out one of these days, because I do want to make sure that I can make better videos, because with the tripod obviously I'll be able to shine the camera downwards at the workbench and show you just exactly what's going on. So there we go. Yeah, this one's pretty nice, you know. I have speakers in the mini storage, and there's several things I need to get out of the mini storage. And this is basically not just my bedroom, but this is my studio. So and I just can't wait until tomorrow when the 1000 comes. It may be there tomorrow. It may be there. It may not be there until the day after tomorrow. But just making sure that I got all the screws in place. So. Alright. So now we'll take the lid back off on this, and we're going to adjust the tension on that belt. And we've already done the cleaning on the tape path, so we'll just do the tension, adjust the tension on the belt, tooth belt, because this uses a tooth belt to do all of its loading functions. And I always clean my units with Lysol when I get them in, mainly because of COVID. But also because I want to make sure it's clean. But COVID does have a motivation for making sure these are nice and sanitized. And there was a couple more people reported that had the coronavirus. So if you're one of these people that don't wear a mask and don't believe in sanitizing your surfaces, well, you're going to be the one with the coronavirus. And you're going to... You can not only affect yourself, but you can also harm the other people that are around you. You know, think of other people before yourself. So, anyway, okay, this particular model does not have a belt tensioner on it. So, I could put one on it, but I'm not going to worry about it. So we're just going to go ahead now. Just plug it in. I was going to adjust the belt, and this one does not have an adjustment on the belt, so I'll put that music video back on. There we go. I'll get my tape and here's Smokey and the Bandit. And there we go. Let's turn the camera around so you guys can see. Yeah, let's go ahead and fast forward it here. You know, I am gonna change those caps as soon as they come in, because I've discovered that the machine is having trouble rewinding tapes. So, you know, it's going to be beneficial to go ahead and change those caps out. Oh, it's having some issues. I can see tape slack. So it's definitely going to be, we still have, when we hit rewind, it does hesitate. So what's happening is that it's the take-up reel is not turning fast enough, and so every once in a while there's a slack in the tape where the tape is not being sucked in fast enough. So there's a little bit that comes out, and then it catches up with itself, and then it comes out, and then it catches up. So, you know, we're definitely going in the right direction. We have, we definitely, we're getting there. We're not there yet, but we're getting there, and we're going to work on that. So, that is what I am going to do tomorrow. So, tomorrow we will do, or the next day, whenever those capacitors come in, as soon as the caps come in, we're going to change out the caps, and that should solve the issue with the reel table motor, because I could see the tape being fed out and the take-up reel is not putting it in fast enough, and then it catches up with itself. And so yeah, that's all caused by bad capacitors on that circuit board, because that circuit board is what controls the motor for the different modes like play, fast forward, rewind. And when we were rewinding with it, I could hear the motor that it was struggling. And due to the fact that we did a full service on the bottom side of this thing, we shouldn't have any of those kind of issues. So, because everything is re-lubed and everything. So, anyway, guys, so we're gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a little bit of rubber renew on this idler tire, and so I'm gonna unplug it. So I'm gonna put a little rubber renew on the pinch roller. Not the idler tire, but the pinch roller. I think I said idler tire, sorry. I was thinking Sanyo because I worked on a Sanyo yesterday. So anyway, so let's get some of the rubber renew, and I'm going to put a little bit on the pinch roller. The pinch roller is a little bit glossy, but I'm hoping that restore will definitely help the rubber and kind of soak in and rejuvenate the rubber. So let me show you what I have here. It's called Rubber Renew, and it's from MG Chemicals. So this is the stuff that I use. Now we're just gonna take a Q-tip and just get it all nice and soaked with some Rubber Renew. I got two of them here so that I can evenly apply an even amount on the pinch roller here. Yeah, I could see the black coming off there too. Oh yeah, this thing needed to be cleaned. This stuff will also clean as well as rejuvenate the rubber. So and you can see that there's a lot of dirt. So there's the dirt that was on it. That was all coming off the pinch roller. And I'm going to get another Q-tip here. One last Q-tip. But at least we have the machine actually playing back tapes. So, I mean, that's definitely a plus in itself, you know. So, and Rubber Renew, this stuff will last you for months. This thing, I ordered Rubber Renew I ordered this bottle about 2 years ago. So, that, you know, it's expensive because it's about 15 bucks a bottle, depending on who you're buying it from. But it's good stuff. It really is. It rejuvenates idler tires, pinch rollers, you know, belts. It's very good stuff. It's good to have around, I think. Yeah, it's good stuff, so. Yeah, so that's the stuff that's coming off there, so. So I think that basically, for right now, this machine is just going to be stationary until we can replace those caps. Once we replace those caps, the motor will stop. It'll stop having issues. So that will fix the issue of where the take-up reel is not pulling it back in fast enough. So, because that'll control, you know, and those caps do go bad, so. And those are 16 at 47, so. And we have some of those coming in, so. Okay, for right now, I think that's going to be it for this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.